Hey, hello everybody, welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on this video once again. I appreciate that. And before I get into the video, I just want to thank you guys so much for the last videos, at least the build videos. They've been really performing so well. Thank to you guys because you guys hit that like, and I appreciate that. And you guys been enjoying them because you're kind of different, right? So I appreciate that so much. It's been great. I'd love to see the videos get that much of a love, so I appreciate that once again. Now get into this video. So this one is going to be another build video, right? Let's get into this, right? So back in this past patch, right before the Warlords of the New York, one of my favorite builds when it comes to PvE, it's about getting your damage but also getting that survivability with that armor on kill. And since then, since Warlords of New York dropped, I've been working on this build that I have right now. I did different versions of this. I tried to put it up together, try to come up with a way to make it similar to what I had before. And finally, I think I got it to a point where I'm happy with it. I like the way it is right now. So this build is going to be having a good amount of damage with 500,000 armor on kill, right? So let me explain the build. Alright, so first of all, very important, when I show the specialization, sometimes I say you don't have to go with specific specialization. It's not really important for the build. And some other builds just like this one, this specialization is important for the build itself. So the gunner is going to be the specialization we're going with, and it's very important. One of the first most important on the gunner is going to be this one right here, Incent, which killing enemy grants 10% armor on kill. We're going to be stacking a lot of armor on kill, and gunner is going to be the first part of the build where we're gonna stack that 10%, right? But also gunner has some other perks which will help the build. We have this one, every third reload is 15% faster. We do have the barrage, which is rate of fire increased by 5% on kill for 5 seconds. So you know, we do have some good perks with the gunner also. Alright, so now moving to the build. So this is gonna be the blueprint of the build. The build is consisting of 2 system corruption, very important, 2 system corruptions, and also 3 badger tough. Now the third and last brand on this build is gonna be Ferris Group AB, because we're running AAR. If you're running anything else, other type of weapons, go with whatever gives damage to that type of weapon, okay? But now let's go why I'm running 2 system corruption. So system corruption, right, by equipping 2 pieces you get 15% armor on kill straight from the bat. So we're gonna be stacking now 25% armor on kill if we join system corruption with the gunner for the armor on kill, right? Now the gloves that I have on this system corruption is weapon damage 12.1% and critical hit chance. Now I'm gonna be trying to stack as much critical hit chance as I can, close to 60%, or you know, 55 to 60%, about there, because crit chance is important on this build because of the talent that we're gonna be having on the chest piece. The knee pads is gonna be another system corruption. This one I do have a core attribute armor and then attribute 6% critical hit chance. Now I do have armor in here, but throughout the build the most important, I would go at least 4 core attribute blue, which is armor, and then 2 core attributes red. The reason why I went with this is because that's where I found the balance in between having good amount of damage and also having a tanky build that can give you enough armor on kill to make up for the build, right? So that's why I chose that. I do not recommend going with any more armor than that, but maybe if you want to do a little bit more damage, which this build already has a lot, you could go with 3 reds and 3 blues. That's up to you guys. Now moving up for the first Badger Tough, so we're gonna go for the backpack, and we do have the Badger Tough. By having 3 Badger Tough, right, you get from the first bonus shotgun damage, which we don't care for this build, but unfortunately we're gonna have to go through it. And then the second bonus is gonna be 5% total armor, and then the third bonus 10% armor on kill, right? So we have 10% from the gunner, 10% from the Badger Tough, and 15% from system corruption, which is about 35% armor on kill for this build. Now there is a name item, which is, I think, something grip on the gloves. That's from the 511 brand set, which will give you a 5% armor on kill. Even if I had that, I don't think I would put it on this build, because I like the way it's set up right now and it's working for me. But maybe, who knows, when I get it, I'll try it out. But for 5%, I don't know. I just don't have it. I don't know if it will work on this build, so I'm just let you guys know. Now for this backpack, we have the core attribute armor, and then attributes critical hit chance and critical hit damage. That's what we're looking for. 4 armors, and then 2 core attribute weapon damage, and then the rest of the build is going to be all critical hit chance and critical hit damage. That's all we need throughout the whole build for the damage. So the mod's going to be critical hit chance, just because to make up, to get me close to that 60% critical hit chance throughout the build. And then the first talent, which is going to be on the backpack, is vigilance. Increase total weapon damage by 25%, taking damage, disable that buff for 4 seconds. Now the second Badger Tough is going to be on the chest piece, and here we have not the perfect one, right, not the named one, but just a regular one. So we do have the core attribute armor, which is max, which is great. Attribute, we have another max in here, which is crit chance, and then critical hit damage and critical hit damage on the mods. Like I said, just go with that for more maximum damage. The talent in here is going to be obliterated. Critical hit, increase total weapon damage by 1% for 5 seconds, stacks up to 15 times, so that's up to 15% weapon damage for 5 seconds once you crit. So basically on this build, that's why I said stack as much crit chance as you can, because to basically use this talent as much as you can, you need to stack up on critical hit chance, so close to 60%. Now if you can't really go a lot of critical hit chance on this build, I would suggest another talent on the chest piece, something like maybe the spark. I know some people don't like it, but it's easy to use. Just have your striker drone doing the damage and you'll get it. Something like any skills doing the damage, and you get 15% weapon damage. A spotter is one of my favorite talents, but it's not gonna work on this build. Why? Because I feel like the best way to use spotter is with the technician, so you can use that laser pointer, but we cannot change the specialization on this build. That's part of this build. And also spotter with a pulse is kind of take too long, so that's why I would say second option would be perfect, you know, spark, just regular spark, or maybe glass cannon. Now why am I not using the perfect unbreakable? To be honest with you, you could use it if you want. I feel like it's not necessary for me. I want more damage. I want damage to kill fast, so I can get that armor on kill fast, right? If I can kill fast, I won't need unbreakable, because I'm getting that armor. I'm getting 500, 1,000 armor per kill if I kill fast, so I can stack up that armor really fast if I kill fast. So by having unbreakable, I'm gonna cut up a little bit of damage, but I will have a little bit more survivability. That's up to you if you have this chest piece. I do have it, and also this one is not even not great, because it has hazard protection in there, which I don't need. But yeah, so that's why I'm not using it. I'll leave it up to you guys if you want to use it, but I would suggest going with more damage. Last but not least, on the holster, we have this one with core attribute armor, and then attribute critical hit damage and critical hit chance. How, you know, just like I said. And that last piece, or last brand set, is gonna be Ferris Group AB. This is my god roll mask. You guys have seen it if you guys been on my channel for a while. It's the best mask I have for Ferris Group AB. Just go, you know, weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage, and crit chance. Just maxed out for more damage. And yeah, but if you're going with a rifle, just trying to make sure that you could put like one of these system corruptions in here, for example, on the mask, and then use the special, this one right here, which is the fog sprayer if you're using a rifle, and also if you're using LMG, just go with this. I have a perfect one too. You could use this and then just go and put the system corruption in here on the mask, and is an easy way to switch it around if I want to use the same build with a LMG or a rifle. Right now, real quick, going for the guns, right, the way I have mod my gun is critical hit chance almost everywhere or everywhere, depending how much crit chance I have throughout the build, right? But most of the time is how I have it. So crit chance on the muzzle, crit chance on the underbarrel, and also crit chance on the optics. The magazine size, it's gonna be the plus 20 rounds with that 10% minus 10% reload speed. So the core attribute, of course, is going to be assault rifle damage and health damage, which is basic on the assault rifles. And then attributes, I do recommend going with damage to target out of cover. One of the best damage that you can get in the game, because it's multiplicative, and also when you put it on the gun, I believe you can get up to 10% if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. But like damage to armor is only 6%, that I know for sure. So might as well go with damage to target out of cover, which is you can get more than compared to damage to armor, right? So that's what I chose in here. The Talons are gonna be optimist. Weapon damage increased by 3% for every 10% ammo missing from the magazine. Still one of the best talent for damage. Don't sleep on it, it's very good, I like it. But also you could use strain, which is one of the best talent that you can use right now for a crit chance build. So go with strain if you have one. My best AR when it comes to police M4 is this one. I do have a police M4 with strain, but it's not better than this one. So this one is what I use the most on any build, so that's why I'm using this one. Now going to the stats, right, let's check the stats. So on my weapon, I have for the PvE damage 72,000 weapon damage, crit chance 56% crit chance. That's why I'm not gonna put any more crit chance in there, because if I put, it's gonna be going a little bit over 60, but I think like just like about 56 is good enough, and then the rest I dumped it on critical hit damage, which I do have 95.8% critical hit damage, and that's a good weapon damage, and also critical chance and crit damage for the builds that you are very tanky. 1.40 million armor. Right now, going on the defensive stats, we have 1,447,000 armor, and then with a 506,000 armor on kill. That's basically killing 3 enemies, we get our armor all the way back, right? So I think it's very effective, and it helps me a lot. I think this, for me at least, this is my perfect way of making it. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below which way you would make it, and explain why, and just give me good reasons. I like when you guys give me your input, your opinion, and I do read through them. And yeah, I just love when you guys give me ideas, so we can have a conversation, right? So yeah, that's my builds, that's how I like to make it. It works perfect, I love it, finally got it. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. It's something different out of what everybody else is using. I don't think I've seen anybody besides my friend Darkzone, which was also working on this build, because we had this before also, Warlords of New York, right? So Darkzone, shout out for you, man. You are one of my best supporters on the channel. I appreciate that. This is my version of my AR. He has the LMG version of it. So yeah, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. The support on those last videos, like I said, it's been insane. If you didn't watch them yet, go watch them. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe. I appreciate. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like, man. If you want to support the channel even more, you can join and become a member. There is different tiers in there that you can be for the member a month, up to like $2 a month. So I appreciate that. If you want to do that, you don't have to, right? So yeah, I'm gonna leave the video in here. Hope you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you later. Peace.